There are all kinds of traits in people, and I talk to a lot of people, young kids, a lot. My life consists, for better or worse, of talking to people all damn day long. That's why sometimes I run off to Croatia, like right now, and say goodbye to the world. Not true, actually, I'm with a lot of people. And when I talk to people, it's almost embarrassing because after a while you say, no, come on, it can't be like this for everyone. After a while, you notice it's exactly like that for everyone. There are characteristic traits of people who stay poor in life. You know perfectly well, if you follow this channel, that poverty isn't about money. I mean, that's almost the last thing I care about. It's more intellectual poverty, a poverty of self-analysis, of understanding where the hell you are in the world, who you're talking to. It's a wealth of knowledge. That's a rich person to me. And in fact, most people are not psychologically rich. They are people who have shallow conversations. They are people who have uninteresting conversations. They are people who can't maintain a deep conversation for more than 25 minutes. They are people who after a while say to you, come on, you don't even know how to have a little fun. Because now the trend is, oh my God, don't you even know how to have fun? Why must a person necessarily have fun by having superficial discussions? This is interesting, isn't it? So in this video, I'll cover the 3 traits I notice in poor people, which then obviously reflects in their bank account. The first is that poor people don't listen. It'll seem absurd because you'd say, if a person is poor in any way, they should approach people who are richer in that way and talk to them and listen. So rather than talking, it's dialoguing with them, making sure they talk 20% and the other people talk 80%. That's how it should be, also because we have one mouth and 2 ears. So theoretically, God made us to listen twice as much as we speak. But it seems strange because in poor people, this doesn't happen. Poor people tend to go near even someone who has made it and somehow bizarrely talk more than they listen. I say, excuse me, but if you're smart, go near someone and listen to them. For example, the other day, I was in Ischia with some German people who were asking me about this investment. What do you do here? What do you do there? Tell me about this. I'd start a 4-word sentence and they'd interrupt me saying, oh yes, that's true. By the way, I also had a friend who did this, and I'd say, how foolish are people? You have someone who's sharing things for free because you're at the beach together and he's telling you about reasoning, concepts, investments, reflections. Let him talk, you know? Shut up and take notes. But no, the tendency was to interrupt. It's as if they somehow had to prove I don't know to whom because the other person doesn't give a damn, that they also know, that they also have experience. If you approach someone who's further ahead than you, let them talk. You don't have to prove who you are, prove your worth. In fact, people who are advanced in life speak sparingly. They're careful about who they share things with. In the Bible, it says, do not cast pearls before swine. And this is kind of what successful people feel when they're around unsuccessful people. They say, excuse me, but why don't you let me talk instead of you talking? It's not that I want to talk, but if I were you, I would. And at some point they say, well, you know what? Oh, yes, you're right. And when you agree with someone and make them feel heard, actually you see, when you make them feel heard, they feel good. But you understand well that it's the mechanism that keeps them where they are. Shut up and listen so you can elevate yourself. The second important trait is that poor people cannot reconstruct the way they think. It's a concept I address many times in my videos, the idea of reprogramming your core beliefs, the central beliefs of your life. Most people just can't manage to change them. It's bizarre because you say, damn. On one hand, it's so simple to understand, but on the other hand, it seems like a mystery. Most people can't make it happen. They can't somehow deeply change the way they really think, the image they have of themselves, the deep beliefs they have. No matter how much they try or don't try, they just don't succeed. Most don't even try, but anyway, this is a constant characteristic that I see. So if you're someone watching this video, get it on paper and write down what beliefs you have, your way of seeing the world, of perceiving reality. Start becoming a bit more aware in general. And then you have to change those puzzle pieces and build another puzzle, otherwise you'll never manage to change your life. Because your life changes from within you, not from outside, from within you. I experience this even today. Even today, I work on myself. I work on certain thoughts that surface, reflections, the past that comes knocking, concepts I've had in my life. Traveling the world then obviously makes it easier in some ways, right? Because I'm continuously exposed to different ways of thinking, different people, different cultures, different ways of speaking. And so you start to really question the roots you come from, right? But here's characteristic number 2, that people one way or another just can't change the way they think. It's as if in some way they always want to defend their origin without realizing that they are not their origin. They are also their origin, but they are not their origin. I mean, you can become whoever you want in life if you learn to change the way you think. The third characteristic trait is that people who tend to be poor, and certainly also poor in money, can't go deep. They are superficial people. We were talking about it before, we're repeating it now. Starting deep conversations is equivalent to reading a deep book. Most people can't read and follow the arguments of a deep book. We're used to a society of 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 3 seconds, hook. No, grab my attention. We're in the era of the great distraction. Everyone is attracted by everything. No one is focused on anything anymore. Everyone is mediocre in everything. Everyone watches 18 TikToks a day of 18 different things. No one knows a damn thing about anything. Society is a flat society, of flat knowledge too, right? So many people who know a damn thing about a lot of things and think they're smart, or a degree or 2 degrees that then don't give you a damn thing. Going deep is important. Having focus. Basically, focus equals depth if you think about it. When I'm focused on one thing, I go straight down. When I work on a business, I do one thing for many, many years. I talk about it in other videos. The power of doing the one thing, focus, not for 6 months, for 16 years. 16 years, one thing I guarantee you that you will go much further than other people. Depth, seriousness, focus, incisiveness. There's no need to be superficial. The whole world is already superficial. Focus on yourself, change your life, change the characteristic traits that represent you. Make it so that people talk about you. Because the degrees of influence are many, but a high degree of influence is what people say about you when you're not there. Come on, buddy, let's go.